Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And we are live here at the Connect Thrive Summit in Orlando. And we're here with Ravi Roth.
What's up?
Oh, it's so good to see. This is your second interview.
Second time on the chopping block.
But this is going to be a little different. This is part of the travel panel we're doing, focused with LGBT influencers and video podcasters and the content creators, the whole works.
The whole works.
And it's also in partnership with IGLTA, which is very exciting.
I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. It seems like everybody knows you, but for those that don't, how did you get started in all this?
By accident. So I'm an actor by trade. And my first time leaving the country, I went to London, Paris, and Barcelona with no selfie stick, just a phone, just a good old phone, and I recorded myself doing some videos like this, the wrong way. Well, now it's right for Instagram. And then I showed it to my talent manager. He said, this is kind of funny, but there's no format. And then I went on a couple trips, bullshitted a little bit along the way, and came up with a formula and a format and learned how to work my butt off. And over 30 countries later, and now I have my own show, 2 shows that I'm doing.
Ravi Round the World and Gaycation.
Yeah. Ravi Round the World and the Gaycation travel show.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So before we jump into the rest of it, everybody always wants to know, what are your favorite platforms? It's, YouTube and Instagram and all that good stuff.
Oh God, I don't like any of them. No. So the most stressful one and the one that I make money on is Instagram. The one I love the most. Good. I mean, I use Twitter. I like Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't really feel a pressure with Twitter. Facebook's like fun for like friends and family, and TikTok is the no pressure one. And TikTok is like the really fun one.
Yeah.
And but Instagram's like my bread and butter.
Yeah. No, it all makes sense.
YouTube is where I put my platform for, but I'm not like a daily YouTuber or even like a weekly YouTuber. It's mainly for like the hub for my travel videos.
Yeah. Well, even as we've seen at this conference, there's a variety of different content creators and influencers, but how do you set yourself apart?
Well, I think, a lot of influencers and content creators are much in the, look at me, in a destination. And of course, we all do that. And I love to like throw myself in the backdrop wearing a really ridiculous outfit. But how I separate is I dive into the locals. So what I love is learning about a destination, and how to do that is to really dive in on the ground and meet up with local people and interview them, finding out what gives them life and energy, what are the hardships, what is the queer history, going to a gay bar at like 2 p.m. and talking to a guy who's like in his late 70s who's been around.
Yeah.
And so that's what separates me. I'm fearless. I talk to anyone. I get rejected a lot. And it's really fun. Whereas I think a lot of people are about themselves and their point of view in a destination. And for me, it's like, yeah, I am important, but I am a storyteller. And that shines through.
Yeah, I see that too. No, but things have been different this year, so how have you adapted to being able to keep relevant in this?
Well, it's interesting. Like, I've had the best year in terms of work in the queer travel space.
Yeah.
Even though nothing's open. I think that like all of the work that I've done in the past few years leading up to this year, when things closed down, especially in New York City, I've gotten a lot of work telling stories of my city and how my city is adapting and revamping their tourism procedure, or their COVID procedures, and what is still open. I'm focusing on like what you can do. I booked Gaycation travel show this year during the pandemic. So I was able to shoot the sizzle for that. We're making an episode of Orlando right now. I know things aren't back to normal, and who knows if there ever is going to be a normal, and this might be the new normal.
Yeah, for at least a while.
But you have to be adaptable, and you can see like the creators and the storytellers that get that and can figure out a way to be malleable, because if you can't shift, you're going to be screwed. If you can't shift in this climate. And so, yeah, I'd say that's the biggest thing I've learned. I've also learned this year about what's really important, and getting likes on Instagram is not really important. What's important is creating great content and things that you're proud of and what you stand for, and being able to do your part to change the world.
Well said. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I always love connecting with you at these events, and I'm so glad. This is the first one we've been to since everything shut down in March.
And I'm not wearing a tank top, so what's happening?
That's crazy. But now it's going to be great. Hopefully we'll be able to also see each other in between now and the IGLT convention in Atlanta next year.
Love that.
Crossing fingers. Well, thanks again for being here with
Yes,
us.
thanks for having me.
All right.
Feels good, so good. Coming back